This is Super Yacht News. In association with Go Earth, navigating boat buyers to better deals. Hi, welcome back to the channel. So the 64 meter, 200 foot super yacht Attila ran aground in Spain yesterday. The yacht sailed from the port of Ibiza on the 1st of July around 10:30 UTC and headed to Espujos in Formentora. People who witnessed the yacht enter the area say it was approximately 14:30 hours local time when the yacht entered shallow waters and hit a sandbank. Well-charted sandbank as well, by the way.
Acaba de subirse el Attila delante de nosotros en los bajos de aquí de Espujos. Está aquí el Belisa en la mía. Y hemos visto cómo se acaba de subir a los bajos.
Local press were worried about environmental damage. There are grasslands near there, but there does not seem to have been any issues. Now, it looks like the yacht just ran onto that sandbank, probably at relatively low speed, and you can see the bow of the vessel stuck up in the air there in the video footage. Unlikely to result in any damage if it's just a sandbank. The yacht is an Italian-built San Lorenzo, completed in 2019. The yacht's believed to be worth around $70 million, and it's owned by the Argentinian Mauricio Filiberti. Now, how did it happen? Obviously, we can't rule out some sort of technical issue, propulsion issue, which, the yacht's drifting, therefore they have no control over where the vessel goes, or there could be some sort of control error like that other yacht that we saw in Bonifacio a few days ago. In the last video we talked about it. They had a control issue and they lost control of the vessel basically. It could be something like that. We can't rule that out. But assuming the systems are normal, it would appear to be a navigation error. Maybe they were just, they just looked and said, let's go in that direction. There is equipment on board that can help you to prevent this kind of thing. Echo sounders. On a vessel of this size, there would be two, one forward and one aft, obviously under the hull. So that will tell them the depth of where they are. It doesn't tell them the depth of where they're going because it's pointing directly down. But it gives you a good idea. If you can see it getting shallower and shallower, then you've got an idea what's coming, right? Anyway, good news. No one appears to have been hurt. No pollution. And the vessel has been recovered, been refloated by the authorities, and the vessel's back in the port where she originally set off from. So that's a good end to the story. No sinking or fire or injuries or anything like that. All right, we'll move on. We've got some reporting here from the Triton.com. They say a third crew member of motor yacht Loon has requested to join the lawsuit, one that we reported on earlier this year, against the former captain who is alleged to have caused the crash of the tender Real Wild on the rocks in St. Bart's in December last year. Remember, they had that they were having an early Christmas celebration before they went on to do more charters, and the captain was allegedly driving the boat back to the yacht when he, according to the complaint, left the controls while the vessel was traveling at high speeds, and the vessel ran onto the rocks, resulting in a number of injuries. Now, Austin Scaccianoce, I believe his name is, was hired on or about October 22nd, 2024, to serve as Loon's videographer, which is incredible that they actually have a position for someone to just make videos. That is a very new thing on super yachts. But he was hired as the videographer, and he was on board Real Wild during the collision. He was located towards the back starboard side of the vessel, according to the complaint, and the force of the collision threw him into the tender's interior, causing injuries to his hips. The complaint states that Scaccianoce suffered further injuries after he went on to rescue Niznik, who had been thrown overboard, injuring both of his legs and feet, including fracturing his left foot. This is a statement within this complaint. It says, Defendant Clark negligently operated Real Wild by abandoning the helm while the vessel was moving forward at a high rate of speed and thus allowed real Wild to collide with the rocks. Defendant Clark's negligence was the actual cause of intervening plaintiff Scaccianoce's injuries, because had it not been for the defendant's abandonment of the helm and general negligence operation of Real Wild, the vessel would not have collided with the rocks and intervening plaintiff Scaccianoce would not have been injured. As a result of this incident, the YouTube channel for Motor Yacht Loon, which had over 208,000 subscribers, was deleted, as well as the Patreon account and also the Instagram account being deleted also. All right, we'll move on. I've got one thing from the previous video. We showed some video footage of a rescue from the yacht Dreamboat. Two crew members airlifted by the Portuguese search and rescue team. Quite a number of people asking in the comments why the yacht didn't stop for the helicopter. This is standard operating procedure. I've been involved in a number of airlifts over the years, mainly on cruise ships. The way it works is, in actual fact, is the search and rescue helicopter. They will determine the size of the vessel. Anything over 10 meters, really, they will tell them to head in on a certain course and maintain a certain speed. This is because the helicopter requires a lot more power. It has to burn a lot more fuel to hover. And obviously, if they're going out to sea to pick someone up and then they're going back to land, they want to make sure they've got enough fuel. So they have to use a lot more power to hover, so that it's easier for them to just move forward at a certain rate in a certain direction. So they get the yacht to do that. And then they sort of the pilot lines up the yacht so he can stay with it on the same course. And then they move along together. That's why they did it. There's a coordination between the helicopter and the ship. The yacht will have had airband radio 121.5, the frequency for airband, but the search and rescue helicopters now, they all have VHF as well. They even have AIS, believe it or not. The search and rescue aircraft have AIS, which is not something that aircraft normally have, but it's so that the marine vessels can see them on their radar or on their ECDIS, which is overlaid onto their radar. So they would have been communicating the entire time with the yacht, so they can say, go on this direction, maintain this course, maintain this speed and everything. So the speed and course that the yacht was taking will have been exactly what the pilot of the helicopter told them to do. All right, guys, I'll leave it there. Quick one tonight. Be sure to check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/gsysman. Loads of videos on there. The trip home video will be on there shortly as well. And and there's loads of other videos, behind the scenes stuff from our time in Sicily. And also, if you have any information for us, be sure to send it to us through the email address and the ticker. You can also, if you've got video footage of incidents or any other stuff, yacht spots and all that, there's a link there for WeTransfer. You don't need an account. You just click on the link, which is in the description also, and then it will open up a page and you can just upload your stuff. So be sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for future notifications. I'll catch up with you soon, guys. Bye-bye.